He did the Arctic Monkeys. Did the I Wanna Be Your Vacuum Cleaner.
Oh, I do, yeah.
He knows.
You mean John Cooper Clarke?
That's what I mean. I'm like the John Cooper Clarke of swearing. I mean, they took a long time to get there.
John Cooper Clarke is good. Definitely.
I like anybody with like a double-barreled last name.
I'll tell you now and I'll tell you flatly. I don't want to go to Gatley.
I've got a double-barreled last name.
All right, anybody other than you.
Where even is that place exactly? I'll tell you now and I'll tell you firmly. I don't ever want to go to Burnley. What they do there don't concern me.
Did he write these?
Yeah.
Did he?
How do you know these ones? Are they in the Arctic Monkeys songs?
No, he's just
He's a poet.
famous, well-known. He was around in the late 70s, early 80s, the time of punk music and...
What does he just post videos
time
of
of
him
punk music.
doing poems?
the time of fucking punk music, rebellion and that, and then like writing poems about pies and all that kind of stuff and like towns, and towns are shit, innit?
Are we rolling? Are we going?
I mean, I don't know.
We could do it like Joe Rogan, just get straight into it.
Yeah, but we haven't got Post Malone as a guest.
I don't listen to the Joe Rogan Experience much anymore.
Why not?
Because I've grown up.
You
I've
said that like you were
mature.
auditing.
Yeah, why not? What's the problem, huh?
Hey?
I don't listen to it much anymore. I was listening to another podcast and it came on automatically after. So I wasn't prepared for
mate.
it. Well, no, but I wasn't prepared for what I was getting. And it was Terrence Howard, the actor. Did you hear his one? And it literally just came in, started with him going, yo, so the first thing I remember is when I was in my mother's womb. Somebody turned
I have seen that one,
on
yeah.
the lights for a second, and I looked around, and I thought, I'm not ready to come out yet. So I took another 3-month rest. And then the next memory is me wandering out of her vagina and looking around going, yeah, this motherfucker looks all right. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to do some shit. And then it's like,
I cracked the geometric codes of the universe.
Insane.
Is he mental?
Insane.
Is he?
There was no
He's lost the
introduction.
plot. Yeah.
There was no like, hey guys, just to let you know, this guy's a fucking maniac. And he's going to talk some absolute
How did Joe
bollocks.
Rogan react to it? Was he just humouring him?
Joe Rogan didn't say anything for didn't say anything for like the 5 minutes or so.
Really?
Probably 3 minutes I listened. And I was like, listen, if Joe's not cutting in with some more mental shit than this,
He's got to let him talk at
this
the
guy's
start,
insane. Yeah, of course, but like,
Well, yeah, but that's an interesting case. He was doing all right, and then some people just lose the plot. Some people are like, oh, I can fucking see and I can see sound. You know what I mean?
yeah, no one remembers being born.
You know
No one
that
remembers that
Because
shit.
also you'd be like, tell me about the hospital. What was going on? What did it look like?
Yeah, what ward were you on?
Yeah, what was the name of your midwife?
Yeah.
Come on, prove it. You know what I mean? I'll find out. I'll check the staff records of the hospital and see who was on.
Well, I guess everything's unprovable now, isn't it? You can just throw shit out there.
You know that comic that's we saw him in Edinburgh. He's mates with Carl Legacy, and he's not from the UK. It's like really dark.
I don't know, mate.
Hang on, let me get it.
Has this got anything to do with what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
I've got it.
Shall we start the podcast before you...
I'll introduce it while Dom looks at that. Hello and welcome to the Rent Boys podcast. So ain't nothing going on but the Rent Boys podcast at this very moment for you and for me. Alex Camp, award-losing comedian, and over to the far right we've got Ethan Smith.
You're right, how's it going?
Who's got a shirt on, which is a pretty special occasion, I'd say. And then in the middle, comedian slash golfer Dom Attenwoods.
Whip. Don't say slash golfer because he'll start telling people he's a golfer and that.
Well, this is an improvement for him over calling him just a golfer and not mentioning that he's a comedian.
Well, just because you wear a polo shirt, that does not make you a golfer.
I've got.
Did you find out who it was?
Ari Matty.
Oh, yeah.
He's been at like the mothership, every night.
Yeah. He's gone. I don't know how he's managed to be over there. I don't know how he got a visa or whatever, but he's been there a lot. Yeah,
That's like amazing.
he's really good though.
Yeah,
He's a
he is.
really
But
good
how did
comic.
that? I want to know how that happened. I guess you just go and
You've
do
got
an
to be
open.
funny, I think.
I guess you do an open mic, and they're like, "Yeah, come do the main
Yeah,
show."
I reckon it's like it's a combination of what he's from. What, Estonia?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
So he's Estonian. So that you're already like. You're a novelty. You got a little bit of something. You're international, but you're not from like England or some shit country like that. He's really good. He's really funny. He's also like loves Joe Rogan and that whole scene, so he's modeled himself on that. So they're obviously going to like his style. It's perfectly in. Plus, he does the UFC stuff, doesn't he? So maybe he's got in through that way.
Probably
he's
not.
a UFC commentator or mixed martial
is he?
arts commentator. Yeah, he does that in Estonia, I think.
Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And also, he's got a massive following online because he's like the biggest comedian in that country. So he's got like many thousands of
Oh,
followers.
he's killing it.
He probably...
So already you'll get, even if you have 20, 30, 40k followers, already people are going to be like, oh, I'll take this guy seriously. Because they know that you're big in that
Show me
country.
his face.
I'm nearly there.
Huh?
I'm nearly there.
You know where
Yeah.
near Estonia.
I've got 12. Got
ages
12,000
away.
followers in there.
12,000? You haven't had any more followers for a while.
No.
What happened?
Well, I just posted videos are not going as well, but that's all right, isn't it? Just got to keep going.
No, it's not all right.
Was it
I
not?
want you to do better.
No, I don't know. Oh, no, I do know him. He did Creatures one night.
There you go. So we all know him.
Anyway, nice to see you. You're not going to watch this, but that's all right as well.
Too busy. Yeah, but he probably... I reckon what he did was... I reckon if you just went there, eventually you'd get in on one of those shows if you're good enough. If you're good.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you're really good, you go and you do set. They've got open mics and they've got
Yeah.
we
Kill
just
Tony and stuff.
What are we doing? Just describing how stuff works.
I did
there.
message them over shit.
Can you stop messaging people, please?
Yeah.
This podcast isn't just the mind of Dom Attenborough.
So Joe, man, if you're watching this, I'll come. Do this mothership for a few nights if you want. I'd love to.
I don't think anyone wants that.
No, they do. The people at Texas would love. I did a gig in DC, 5 minutes. I'll send you the clip, Joe, if you want. Improv, DC improv.
Right.
I
Anyway,
didn't. I was going to go back, but me and my girlfriend broke up, so probably not going to go back.
You should tell them more about that. Tell them what happened.
Well, Joe.
can we not
Tell Joe,
address-
tell
can we
Joe
not
right now.
address Joe Rogan
Tell-
for this whole podcast.
Tell Joe what happened with your girlfriend.
I'll tell you what, Joe. We haven't really got long enough, so when I come on the Joe Rogan podcast, which will happen, I'll tell you all about it.
Right, well, that's good. That's a good compromise. That means I don't have to listen to the same story. Fucking
You never listened to it.
Part time in a row.
Dom comes
Listen.
down. He's like, "Don't." Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Dom's upset. I've not supported him emotionally
He is, yeah.
in his time of trials.
Yeah.
But you know, what do you want me to do? I'm just here. I'm just a man.
Well, basically, I messaged Ethan. I was like, I'm feeling really down. And he went, you'll be all right, man. And that was it.
What else?
That's
can
great
you,
advice.
That's just great.
No, but that's
You will be
basically
all right.
that's basically saying you'll be all right. And
Yes.
I
Well,
don't
you're
know.
not all right now, and that's fine.
Get those socks in there.
That's
Yeah,
basically
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
you'll be all right, and I don't want to deal with it.
Well, no. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is what you're feeling right now feels like it's going to last forever.
Yeah.
Right? And that is normal. But I know that over time, these feelings will pass and fade.
Yeah, there you go.
But-
yeah, it's just like getting stoned.
Just like getting
Sometimes you
stoned.
get so stoned that you think you're going to be stoned forever.
Yeah.
But you know that eventually you'll have a snack and you'll not be stoned anymore.
Blood sugar.
And then you can
Yeah,
get
bye-bye.
stoned again.
Yeah, which is the best part about being stoned is getting stoned again, I think. I
Yeah.
took a lot of magic mushrooms this weekend, and I don't think they've left my system.
Yeah.
I think...
You don't seem very magic, mate.
Yeah, well...
In fact, you seem quite the opposite. You seem very real.
I think I used...
It's like holding a pad for you.
Left-handed as
I
well,
used
that.
up all the magic at once, I think, and now I've depleted me.
Yeah.
No,
me
you
manage
No, you just mushroom.
me magica.
You're just a boring fucking chestnut mushroom.
Yeah, man. Oh, but I was crazy. So I took that many mushrooms. And I thought I was all right, but then I got a taxi home, and that's when they all decided to kick in. And on the way back, one of my friends from work, we kept trying to like shag trees and bushes and like fucking lampposts and that. And I was like, we can't do this at every inanimate object we see. We're gonna have to try and get home.
Whenever I see that, I'm like, if anything happened, you'd be sober straight away.
What do you
I
mean?
always think that person who's like going too hard, they're not really actually feeling
not think?
it. I think you're just pretending.
He was pretty into that tree. I was like, mate, come on.
What?
He was like, oh, fuck.
You should have just been like, oh, my leg's broken. He'd be like, oh, I'm fine. I gotcha.
Did you come back here and sleep here?
Did I? Yeah, that's where I usually sleep. In my house.
I thought you might have gone to one of their houses.
I didn't get back till like fucking 7 in the morning.
Okay.
I didn't really do a lot of sleeping.
Oh, 7 in the morning. What a time to get
Oh,
home.
it was crazy. There was a bit where I was in the car and everything started kicking in at once, and then I felt like I was the car. But I was also inside. That it was very strange.
You can't drive.
Exactly. That's what I was worried about. I thought they're gonna know, aren't they?
If they pull me over, I haven't got a license.
If they pull me over, I ain't got a license, and I have 4 wheels and 3 doors and a windscreen.
I smoked a cigarette on Sunday.
No, you didn't.
So
that's not good.
I feel worse about that.
Do you?
Hey, what about your
taking magic mushrooms?
You spoke about your dad being ill on stage the other
Yeah,
day.
he's always ill.
Oh, is he?
He's been ill for ages. Sometimes
What do you mean?
I thought your
dads are just ill.
Yeah, but what's the severity of the illness?
No, he's all right.
I thought your dad was like dying, and I was like, why hasn't he said anything about
My
that?
dad's been slowly dying for a long time.
I guess
20
we're all-
years or so.
We're all kind of slowly dying.
Hannah Platt was like, Alex spoke about his dad being ill, and she was like, oh, well, I'm going to top that because my dad's dead. And then she was like, well, see Alex back in here in a year or so. That was quite funny.
Right.
So good of you to hold the mic here. Just so we can hear what's going on in your
Well,
cheeks.
wasn't that interesting, was it?
No, it wasn't.
So yeah, smoking. Do you feel bad about that, do you?
No, not really.
Were you by yourself?
No, I was with my friend.
And he was smoking.
She
was smoking.
Yeah, had cigarettes. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have one.
Yeah, you can have a cigarette though. I think there's a difference between like a lapse and then it's not like you're going by in a 20 deck and chain smoking them, is it? It's just
No, exactly.
a little cigarette.
You know what we'll do? We'll take this into. We're going to do things out of order, and we'll take.
Gripe of the week, and the pipe of the week. It's the strike of the week, yeah. Gripe of the week, have a little bit of the gripe of the week now.
So you mentioned one thing and then another thing. I was like, well, we've got to go into this. My gripe of the week is about festivals. I did a festival on the weekend. First time I've been to a festival in ages. First time I've been to a festival since I got sober.
Wow.
And festivals are shit.
Yeah, they're pretty wank.
How about that, Britain?
Yeah.
Festivals, which is really, as a country, the only thing we have left, isn't it?
It's one of our main exports.
We
I
got
think.
football and festivals, and
Yeah.
that's all that we really have that
And-
anybody gives a shit about.
And
that
the
we
open
kind of do well.
golf competition.
Yeah, but there's open golf competitions all around the world, isn't there?
No, the Open, the
Yeah.
British Open.
Also, nobody gives
Yeah,
a shit.
but
about
there's
that,
the US
so-
Open. There's all these
Yeah,
other
but that's
things.
in the US.
But like in the rest of the world, like most countries watch English Premier League. The US and like all these other countries. Football's an export that we have. We have the best players mostly from the world, really. Obviously, Germany has some. Football's big. But festivals are festivals. They're so big. And it's like, fucking hell, this is boring.
It's too much.
It's just
I don't like him, mate. I think it's too much going on at once. They could have condensed it. They
could have condensed it. Just give me just one stage.
Yeah, just once. I don't need 19 things going on. I don't need some guy walking around with fucking lasers. I don't need... What's with comedy in festivals? I never really got that.
It was so weird, the comedy gig. Like, I went there, turned up, and just, it's people sitting on hay bales in a dark tent. And I mean, they did their best to get it to what it could be. But it was a massive tent as well, with loads of room at the sides. And I go up there and I'm doing my stuff. And I'm like, it's just people don't care. This Sunday afternoon, everyone's mashed, like double, triple hangovers. And it was 1:30 or 1:45 p.m. in the afternoon. And I'm going on there doing my fucking stupid little song jokes. And these people just had no idea what was going on. And there's kids scattered around, and you're like, well, what am I doing this for? But it was all right, though. It was fine. But, like, just this festival, it was one of these festivals where everyone's older, too. Like, I felt young at this festival.
Really?
So, yeah, it's bad if I was
That
one of
is
the young
bad.
ones.
Because you're old as fuck.
I'm old as fuck, and there's all these older guys, it's called Bearded Theory. And it was good. It was a good festival in as much as festivals are, but it's already muddy and traipsing through. People had abandoned their cars in the mud.
Jesus Christ.
Just being like, you know what? I don't need this Ford Fiesta. I'm gonna go and do some. I'm gonna go and do some mushrooms in this field and just deal with it later.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, what are we doing?
Might be one of the better ways to deal with that.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. There's a real post-apocalyptic vibe to all festivals. I think there's like this kind of lawless feel of like, oh, we can just do what we want here, which is fine and cool and that. But I don't know. It's just it's a bit disconcerting.
Well, that's all right. That's the bit I like. But like when you what you realize is when you go to a festival and you're sober, like for some reason, even though there's so many things to do, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
I went there and I was like, I don't want to do any of this. I watched a band and they're within a couple of songs and like, so I've got to stand here for 45 minutes and watch the rest of this. This is insane. Bands go on way too long. Like I don't want to stay and watch. I can't stay and watch anything for longer than like I'll do 15 minutes and then I'm gone.
Yeah.
About porn.
Who's watching porn for longer?
What are you
than-
talking about?
15 minutes is a long time for porn. How long are you watching porn for?
I like
Definitely
to,
not 15 minutes.
I like to choose the full version videos and I skip through them. I don't want to miss the storyline.
You're weird, mate.
You are weird. I did see my mate who was there randomly. So bumped into someone on the Saturday who was.
Did you stay the night at the festival?
No, I didn't stay the night. I came back to Manchester, did a DJ gig, and then went back on Sunday to do my set. So I was knackered.
Well, so you did 2 shows at the Bearded Theory Festival?
No, I only did one, but I was nearby there from a gig the night before, so I thought I'll just go by, get my wristband, get all that
Drop in.
sorted, get the vibe, get the lay of the land,
Catch a vibe.
watch a couple of bands, I'll vibe it on Saturday. But after an hour or two, I was like, I can't be arsed with this. I'm just going to go home.
It's a 6-hour drive home.
Yeah.
I can't ask for this. I'm just going to drive.
How long was the drive?
2 hours.
Oh, right.
That's not bad.
It's not that far. It wasn't that far. And then on Sunday, I had a spare wristband, like a guest wristband, and no one took it to the last minute on Sunday. I'm like getting out, like, oh my God, I've got to go to this festival. This is savage. I've got to go straight away, pretty much. And my mate was like, yeah, I'll come. I was like, okay, cool. Well, I was so glad she came, but like, it was...
Who was it?
Chloe Reynolds. Yeah,
yeah.
I took a trans woman to a fucking festival because I'm sick.
I just thought it was
An
interesting
ally.
how you said mate as opposed to comic. Because I'd class Chloe as a...
Yeah, well, Chloe's
I
not
guess
doing
you're mates,
comedy
but-
right now, but like,
Yeah.
we're mates and comedian.
Yeah, cool.
You want me to say friend and comedian?
Yeah.
Comedian and friend. Because I know this person.
Yeah, I know you do.
Well, you're making it weird.
You
Yeah,
are
I am,
making it
yeah.
weird. That's the thing. What you wanted to say was, why didn't you mention it was a trans woman that you took
No,
to the
I
festival?
didn't. No,
But
I
then
didn't.
you changed
No,
to
I didn't.
comedian,
I
so you
didn't.
didn't
No, I
want to be
didn't.
weird
I
about
didn't
it.
know it was-
You did. You
I-
made, as soon as I mentioned someone who's
No, I didn't know
not
it was-
just a bloke, you're like, what's going on?
No, it's-
Well, I don't understand. Because
Panicking. He's sweating.
even earlier when I said that I took a girl to there was a girl at the festival who gave me a cigarette, you were like, why was he there with a woman? Who's this?
I just want to know
who.
who these women are.
You always want to know who women are. Can't you just not?
Can we not? This is going to get me fucking cancelled. This is being recorded.
No, I know you don't mean to be weird. You're just awkward all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
But we had a good time, but it meant that I couldn't just duck out, which was a good thing because I stayed for the festival. I watched some bands. I watched Dinosaur Jr., I watched English Teacher, I watched this band called Dry Cleaning.
Oh, wow.
Dry. They should have just been called Dry because they were boring as fuck.
I think you went to the same festival that Callum went to.
Cal Dibbert.
Yeah, he went and watched a band called Dry Cleaning.
I think they did a couple of
They
festivals.
might have done a couple of festivals.
He wouldn't have gone to Bearded Theory.
No.
He lost his phone.
He would have. We would have known either way. Maybe he did. Maybe.
Well, if it was in London, you said London.
Yeah, London.
Yeah, this isn't in London, was it?
Wide Awake Festival he probably went to.
Okay.
I think they were playing at Wide Awake as well.
Speaking of
Wide Awake.
festivals, so I did the Deliso's tour on the weekend, and on the Sunday he had a festival in Port Talbot, the Altogether Festival. or
Okay.
something.
Port Talbot in Wales, home of Rob Brydon.
And originally he was like, "Oh, can you drive me there? Stay at the festival and drive back, and I'll give you some money." I said, "All right, yeah." And then his spot was moved to the evening, so he said, "You probably just want to go home." I said, "Yeah, I just want to go home." So I drove him there, and then so I got home. He texted me saying, "Oh, the host didn't turn up. You could have hosted." Fuck, that would have been huge. It was booked by Live Nation.
Oh man,
That would have been massive.
this is why you don't go home.
You never
It was
go
a full.
home.
It was a full. I drove 2 hours to him there, then 4 hours back. I was like 6 hours. I don't
How
want to
did
do.
it- how
I
did
don't
it
want to do
get
the 4 hour
longer?
drive at 9 p.m.
Why didn't you stay at the festival and hoop it up?
Because I would have had to book a room. I don't have the money for that.
Why don't you just get a tent?
I don't have a tent.
A little
Why don't you
tent,
buy a
mate.
tent?
I'd have had to buy a tent. I don't have the money for that.
Decathlon.
You could buy a
Tenner.
tent. Yeah, Decathlon, £5 actually.
Yeah, Almost people buy tents. You can
Yeah.
definitely afford one.
What's a tent?
Yeah,
with
but,
a, what's a tent? It's just a bag with a stick in it.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. Or a tarpaulin
It's a tarpaulin with a piece of wood.
and a zip.
You'll just make a zip.
Yeah.
Never sewed a zip into anything before?
no.
You know what? Who's that guy who invented zips? That's a lot.
Well, they're made in Japan.
No, they're not, are they?
Yeah.
Well, it seems very Japanese
No, they're
thing to
not,
do,
are they?
actually.
Yeah, YKK.
YKK.
Look at your zip. It says YKK on it, most likely. If it's not a YKK zip, it's probably of low quality.
It says YKK on it.
I told you, it says YKK on it. Your
Oh,
zip.
shit.
I forget exactly what it stands for, but there's one place in Japan, one factory, and I'm pretty sure it's got a whole town built around
What, and
it.
they
that's
own all
dedicated
zips?
Maybe it
to
stands
making
for
zips.
You're
Wow.
killing children, but they spelled children with a K.
Kids. What about you're killing
Children.
kids?
Oh, you're killing kids. That's good. Yeah. You know, because they have to make the zips.
Yeah, they do.
They
yeah.
probably
not
don't.
in Japan.
Why? Why not?
Japan's got stringent labour laws.
Yeah, but I reckon they outsource.
The kids are working, but they're in school all
I reckon
day.
they collect, from other neighbouring countries. You heard this? You heard about this?
Have you heard about this?
You heard about this? Chinese people disappearing. Reckon it's North Korea stealing them.
From where? China or
Just
Stormont?
from all about, just on way to
Local.
somewhere else. They're on way to, wherever. Just
On way.
disappear.
Yeah.
And then
The
fucking
dumpling shop.
Kim Jong-un and that. And
Did you go in Kim Jong?
Kim Jong
Jong-un?
Jones and Kim Jong
Kim John Cooper Clarke.
Mate,
He's nicking him.
walking around the wastelands of Korea.
Walking down the wastelands of Korea, having a nice beer. I'm in the clear. Pick up some Chinese guy. Take him with me on the fly.
And then
in a plane.
subject him to radiation until his hair and teeth thaw
Oh,
out.
hang on. When did you do this interview?
Well, we're going through it. We're in a podcast.
Sorry.
Let me deal with the
You
stuff.
always wait until we're having the best time.
Yeah, why we're riffing and you just stop to mention something that we might do later?
Whoa. Seems like we're having fun and things like something about back then.
Why don't? Because I think you see two people riffing and you just like, oh, I'm not part of this. Jump in with the.
I had
join in
nothing
with
to
the
say.
riff.
You gotta do
Well,
a
you
little
can't do a
rhyme.
little Manchester accent and a little bit of a poem.
Just go on now. You've got to do a little poem in a Manchester accent.
Come on, please, dead air, just say it.
Can you give me a word to start me off?
Dog.
I've got a dog.
That's just your voice.
I can't do a Manchester accent.
What do you mean you've lived
Leave
here for
me
4
alone!
years?
I hate this.
So let's get on to Daily Developments. So what I understand is via me, Dom, to Ethan, you did your first professional paid announcing gig. Is
I
that
guess,
right?
yeah. I guess it was probably the first. Well, definitely. It's the first gig that I've been paid for, commissioned to do. It was enjoyable. I liked it. I did a jiu-jitsu event.
Why have you suddenly become like all official?
I have a lot of words.
I have done a
Enjoyed it.
professional
This is
excursion
me
and
being professional right now. I'm
it was
showing
enjoyable. Suddenly sitting up straight.
liked it.
In case they're watching.
Yeah.
So tell me about it. So it was an announcing gig for a mixed martial arts
Jiu-jitsu.
event. Is that right?
Yeah, so it's a jiu-jitsu competition. Is
So
what they
not
call
mixed?
It. No, there was no mixing
So
of
you
martial
dare
arts.
do a different
There was just
martial art?
one. It was contested over 10 minutes of submission only action. There was.
This is what they said to him, and he's repeating it.
Yeah, this is the script.
Submission action.
Submission only action. So basically, what it is no one really cares, but jiu-jitsu can be scored in different ways. It can be scored from position. It can be exactly, yeah. And but really interesting. I really enjoyed watching it. I thought, fucking hell, I'm gonna have to do some of this jiu-jitsu, and it's kind of hot.
What do you mean?
Did it make you
watching
want? Did it make you want to train again?
Yeah, but I was terrified. I was like, any of these guys get a boner? You know what I mean?
You said they get taught.
They've got. I don't know, because there's a lot of rubbing on. Do you know what I mean?
They probably
So-
got boxes on, don't they?
I hope so. I hope so. But they wear tight clothes. You know what I mean? I'd be worried about getting a boner because
I've never heard this.
it's
side
not
of
like
it
it's
before.
not a gay thing. It's not gay, but if someone fucking rubs up against your crotch for a little bit, it's gonna
You're gonna get
it's gonna
boner. Yeah.
activate. Yeah, look, that's just how boners
It's
work.
not
isn't
gay,
it?
but if you get close to a guy and he rubs your crotch and touches your butthole, you're gonna get a boner.
Yeah.
They'll definitely have a box
As
on.
he like whispers in your ear and that.
A box
Yeah.
is in.
Submit. Submit to me. Boner.
What's happening?
I went to
know.
kiss you, but then you didn't move, so I was just there.
Yeah, I didn't
It
want
was a
to
bit
do
weird.
anything.
Yeah.
Good riffing though.
Yeah, it was a good
That-
trap.
That was my bad. You did what you meant to do.
Yeah.
I was watching it, and then obviously because I was watching it. It was good. Obviously, there's ladies there, isn't there?
What kind of a sentence was that?
Who do stuff.
What kind of fucking sentence was that?
That's my thing. You steal my thing again.
Let's get ready for ladies who do stuff.
Well, that was my job, so I had to really ham it up. They were like, we want you to be like Bruce Buffer. We want you to bring the sauce. We want you to fucking thingy. And then, but there was a bit where I was focusing so much on doing this mad accent that I forgot to read all the words. And I'd gone to announce somebody's credentials. And instead of saying his credentials, what I said was, and then I just said, welcome to the stage, John whatever. And everyone were laughing and that. And I was
Stage?
like, Matt, whatever.
You got into comedy hosting.
Yeah.
Well, I just...
What are you
All right, everyone, let's start the applause at 10%, and then we'll bring it up.
And then he was like, you all right? She's all right.
Yeah, she's not all right. She's just been strangled.
Did you do the waving thing?
No, I just did. I just was normal and just read the thing off the thing.
Did you have any mash in your pocket?
Didn't
All right, we got submission only action, UFC batterings,
And you wore-
and also anyone for mash?
Anyone want a bit of mash?
You wore a
He's
free
about to
piece.
get mashed up, isn't he? Eh?
You wore a
She
free.
might get her in a sausage roll, eh? How about that?
Oh, sausage roll.
You wore a
because-
three-piece suit, didn't you?
What do you mean?
You wore a
Yeah.
waistcoat.
Well, I just wore the waistcoat, really.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
You went in for it, didn't you? Were you doing Instagram stories? I saw. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, I felt like it was probably the first time I've been trusted to do something, which is good. That's, you know, I don't even know how I got the gig. People were like, "Yeah, you got to read off a piece of paper," and I was like, "Shit, I'm going to struggle with this."
So my Phil Sutton asked me if I could do it.
yeah.
And I said, I'm not free and I don't know anything about martial arts. Don might be free.
Yeah.
And he said he wasn't free.
And you don't know anything
Then he
about
passed
martial
it
arts.
to you.
And you were
so
like,
it got diluted through a few people.
and then
It
Ethan
did.
was like, I'm free and I don't know anything about martial arts, but I'll do it.
No, I loved jiu-jitsu. I was doing good. I was calling some, writing some stuff down. He was like, "Oh, that's good. You know stuff." And then I said things. I said like, "Oh, is it no gi or gi?" And he was like, "Oh, this guy knows his shit." They were really strong men, and I want to be around them. I feel like I could have become more manly by being around them.
You
more.
love strong men, don't you?
I like a strong man.
So it was.
You do. You're attracted
I
to like a
respect-
strong man.
Yeah, I respect them. I feel like I feel like it takes some pressure off me.
So
Because
where
I'm
was-
always having to be the hard cunt. Between the three of us.
No, you're not. When's it ever been an instant where you've had to be the hard cunt?
I am the hard cunt.
No, when's it ever happened?
People
When have
are
we?
looking at us for it. Listen, if
When have
were
we
to
all
have
been in danger and you've had to be the hard cunt?
multiple situations?
When?
What are
Name
you on
two.
about? One time there was a guy who beeped at you as we were going down this.
Yeah, but you didn't have
And
to
then
do
I
anything.
Went, and then I went, "What the fuck you beeping at, you dickhead?"
No, you went to get out.
Right.
No, you didn't. You went, I'm going to get out and beat him up. I went, no, don't do that. And you went, all right.
You didn't stop the car. You sped up. I went, "Don't speed up. He's up your ass."
Yeah, but
We're trying
what
to get
was
a
I
parking
going to give you
space.
for going to...
Well, I would have gone to his car. I would have gone, "You all right? What are you beeping at?" And he would have gone, and I would have gone, "Shut your fucking mouth, dickhead." Like,
But his mouth wasn't the issue. It was his...
Who did I shout at the other day? I shouted at somebody. I think
Yeah,
it
but
was
this is
it
when
was
the
a bus driver.
No. This is when it's no. This is the three of us, and you've had to step in to keep us safe because you're the hard cunt.
Well, yeah, it's multiple occasions.
I don't think
He's
we've
not.
ever been out of the house together.
Not really, no.
And not been at Creatures.
I think secretly we all hate each other. And this is very this
I
is
think-
as much social interaction as we
I
can.
think
I
we-
hate both of you,
Yeah,
but I
that's true.
did think I often think we should go to the pub in Chorlton together
That
one
would
night.
be nice.
Yeah,
I'll
we
buy
should. Yeah, that'd be
We
fun.
should go out.
We
in
should do
here.
something.
Yeah, we'll go on the pub crawl.
Let's do that this week, maybe. I reckon.
All right, slow down. Don't set me into dates.
He really will do that. As soon
Yeah.
as you give him an inch, he'll fucking book
He's
you in for a
starting to
mile.
Book it in for
We
a
do.
mile. He book you in for a mile. That's
We
funny.
do stuff though. We watched The Last of Us again the other day. That was good, wasn't it?
Yeah, we've managed 4 episodes of that show. In,
I don't think any of us
3
focused at all.
months.
No, I left halfway through.
He left
Just
halfway
went
through,
to bed.
fucked off.
Didn't say bye.
No.
Just felt fuck this. But yeah, I really enjoyed the jiu-jitsu thing. I thought I'm gonna have to go and do some jiu-jitsuing because I was like, this is fucking cool.
Well, so the gym was. Where was it? What was the venue?
Where was the event?
They held
The
it at?
event was held in Ancoats in a theatre mill,
Right.
Okay.
in the mill theatre.
And there was like a paying audience and that.
Yeah, they were an audience and they paid to be there.
And then, So
what
what
did you
was?
think was going on?
I feel like you're a detective and like this is an alibi.
No,
or
'cause a lot of
something.
And
the-
they were a paying audience, were they?
No, a lot of these
Describe the front row.
jiu-jitsu competitions will be held in gyms. So that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, this was a real event. They got sponsored by Shrapnel, which is a crypto.
And they were professional
Thing.
fighters.
Yeah, they'd all been in. Some of them were in the Olympics. Some of them.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a
Sponsored
big
by
deal.
crypto.
Yeah.
It's legit.
Guerrilla
And
Invitational.
what if they won?
Yeah.
Did they win money?
No, it's an invitational, so it's a bit like a friendly. It's a bit like a showcase of different fights and stuff like that. It was really interesting. I did think I've wanted to do jiu-jitsu for a while, so I think I found a
Fighting
place to
fit,
do it.
man.
No, I'm not going to fight fit. I hate that place.
And so the gym was SBG, was it?
SBG.
That's not because there's one in Manchester, but I believe there's loads.
There's tons, yeah. It's
Can I
popular.
interject?
Yeah.
This is boring as fuck.
No, it's not.
alright.
I don't give a fuck about SBG.
Yeah, but you don't. But
No.
our,
Please,
jiu-
the audience don't
our
either.
jiu-jitsu audience will care.
Listen, if you want a jiu-jitsu lesson, don't come to me. I don't know fuck all about it. If you could get in touch with them, a lot of them are bald. Don't know if that
And divorced, probably.
helps. No, they probably got at least. They're fucking. I think they're fucking. You can't have that much testosterone.
You can be
not
divorced
fuck.
and have
Still
sex.
fuck, yeah.
Mm.
I'd argue
Only with
divorced
children.
Your mum
though,
is
apparently.
proof, really,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah. No, she's not divorced. She never got
I'd
married.
argue
they never
divorced
got
people
married.
have more sex.
They decided they hated each other pretty early on. Just wrote it out.
Would you not say divorced people probably have more sex?
No, I would not
No.
say that.
We would say
No, would
that.
you not?
No.
Because when you're in a long-term marriage, you don't really. My understanding is you don't have much sex.
Well, just because your parents had a terrible marriage.
Your
doesn't
dad
that
had
mean-
plenty during his marriage to your mum.
Yeah, but
That's what I've
unethically.
heard, just not with her.
Yeah, it's true.
Alex wins. Let's go.
Wins.
Story
Story time
time.
Okay, I haven't got one.
That's all right.
Have you? Might have one on my phone.
Hanson's word.
So we've just found out that Dom actually doesn't have a story
No.
for once. He's out of stories.
Oh my! Well, I guess I could talk about my Ben and Jerry's. Oh no, I've got this one actually.
I don't want you to.
I've got this one actually. So when I was in, I once went to a protest by accident.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Yeah. So I was in London. Basically, I was working as a bin man, and I thought, "Fuck this! I can't be doing this anymore." So there's a Facebook group for fitness professionals, and I put an ad up saying, "I'm looking to move to London. Has anyone got any personal training jobs?" And this guy was like, "We have. Come down for an interview." So I went for an interview. It's quite a prestigious gym actually. So
Jumped off the back of the bin van.
it was one of the ones where you were an
Wait
employed.
a minute, did you just hop on different bin trucks until you got down to London?
No, I just got the train.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be a fun thing if you were like
That would have been cool.
the bin man's way of getting to London.
Like as they pass each other,
Yeah, you
you
just
like jump from one to the
hop
other.
onto the back. And
Yeah.
you're like, I'll get to London one of these days.
Hop in the cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, jump in one of the bins.
So there was quite a prestigious gym. One where you actually, most gyms, you're a self-employed PT, but this one was you hired and they pay you to do PT sessions.
Ooh.
So, and then they were like, "Yeah, we like you. We want you to come back."
Okay, something's fishy about this.
They were like, "We want you to come back and do a 2-week trial period
2 weeks.
for no money." I was like, "Right, okay." And I was so desperate to get out, so I went and did it. Stayed with my dad. He had a place in London, and then the gym. There was lockdown. The gym closed. They were like, "Sorry, but we don't need any more coaches anymore. You just have a week's free work for nothing, basically."
Fuck's sake.
Anyway, and then I stayed in London for a bit after. Me and my mate Chris went out and did MDMA on the final night. Got my phone stolen as well by some muggers. It was quite a weird moment, actually.
That's not what they're called.
I was on the...
Muggers.
Basically, I was on this step.
Muggers sounds like some kind of musical theatre.
Give me your phone, give me your phone. I really want to take that phone from you.
That was very gay.
That's
a
a musical
Well, I was
theatre.
sat-
It's gay, dude.
We were on a night out. I was on MDMA, and for some reason, I was sat on this step with a lesbian, hugging her. And then these...
What the fuck?
And then these Romanian guys come over to me, slap my legs, and I thought, oh, these guys are being really, they're being really nice, and that made a friend. And then I noticed my phone was gone, and I was like, that you've taken my phone. And I know we haven't. And the lesbian was like, you've taken his phone. Give it back. And then they walked off. The lesbian walks with them. There was loads of drug dealers on the street. The lesbian gets all the drug dealers to somehow galvanise and try and get my phone off these Romanians.
Yeah.
Next thing I know, I'm in an alleyway with 5 Romanians, 5 drug dealers, and a lesbian.
Yeah.
And we're going back and forth, back and forth. And then the Romanians are walking off, went to drug dealers. What's going on? Come on.
Why were they translating for
No,
you?
I'm saying, no, I just didn't. There was just so much noise. I said, what's going on? Why are we not fighting anymore? And they said one of them had a knife, and the other one got his cock out.
What the
He just
fuck?
got one of them, just like to prove he didn't have my phone, just got his dick out, and the other one pulled out a knife. So then we went, probably leave that.
It seems definitive. I don't think that's a protest, though. I think that's...
No, this is before.
All right, okay, because we probably could have skipped a lot of that bit of the story.
And then
got
the
straight
next-
to the point.
You're
But
right.
that's fine.
Anyway, and then the
I
next
forgot about the protest.
Yeah, I
the
know.
next day I was feeling so lonely and depressed. I went out just to find some company, and I saw a protest. So I thought I'll join them.
Yeah. So there's anybody who's willing to make friends real quick.
There's a protest.
Protesters.
But
Anyway,
you saw 10,000 people and were like, this is for me.
Yeah. Well, I started hanging out with this girl at the protest, and then that was it. And she was kind of strange, and every few minutes she'd shout out "freedom," and then I just started shouting it out because she was doing it.
She might have had Tourette's.
And then the police were battering some cunts as well at the protest. And then this girl texted me a few weeks later saying, "Would you like to meet up?" I said, "Yeah, all right." And she said, "But I
Sweet, the
can't."
next protest is in 6 months. You're going to have to bring a banner and paint your face pink.
But then she was like, "Just so you know, I can't sleep with you because I'm not a person. I'm a production of God." I was like, "I'm probably not going to meet this person."
Well, that seems fair
Get
enough.
mental.
Can't sleep with you 'cause-
Because of a production of God.
well, I'm actually a spiritual entity.
Yeah,
so
that's what she said.
My genitals don't work.
Wow.
You should have said, well, at least let us have a look at. No.
I mean, I've been palmed off by women in a lot of ways.
The fact is, you're getting pounded off by the weird ones, though, as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It's not even like you've gone for the bottom. You've aimed low.
Well, arguably, she's the top for spirituality.
Also, I guess, yeah.
Circling back,
Yeah.
the girl who helped you find your phone, why did you lead off with the fact that she was a lesbian?
Because I was hugging her.
Yeah,
and I
he
thought that
was
was really
trying-
funny. We were on the sofa hugging, and she was like, "I'm a lesbian." I went, "All right, I just want to hug." And then my mate Chris was with a gay guy. So it was a gay guy and a lesbian. The gay guy didn't help much.
No, did he not?
No, he just sat there.
Did he not get a phone back for you?
No, they took it, and then I went to the police. They couldn't give a fuck, so I bought a new phone.
Should have told him there was some hot gossip on the phone.
And I messaged the lesbian, asked if she wanted to meet up, and she said no.
Well, no, I'm a lesbian.
In a platonic way.
Do you not know how that works? I only speak to...
She was really nice, actually.
Was she?
She's really helpful in that moment.
Actually, despite she was a lesbian, she was actually
No, it's
really
nothing to do with
nice.
her being a lesbian, but she was really nice and helpful in that moment and really tried to help me out. And then the drug dealer later was like, "Trying to buy some coke?" I was like, "Mate, I haven't got a phone, let alone money to buy coke with.
Mm.
Leave me alone."
Well, I guess you learnt your lesson, didn't you?
What's the lesson?
That was
Always keep a lesbian about. Let's keep a lesbian handy.
That was a good story. I came up with that just then. So.
Do we know any lesbians?
It's true, but I just had to think of it. Do we know any
I
lesbians?
don't think any full blown.
No, a lot of bi people.
I have to get some.
Get some.
Well, it's nice to have different perspectives in life, isn't it?
It is, yeah, it is.
You don't know any lesbians? You feel like you should know some lesbians.
Yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, he knows loads of lesbians, by the way.
All of my exes,
Oh, yeah. It's your own fault.
they're done with men. All right, here we go.
Choose if I want to... No.
Not exactly listener questions this week. We're going to do something a little bit different.
Lesbian questions.
That's right.
Have to get
so,
some.
what do you think of...
Sorry, but have to get some. That's fucking hilarious. We don't know any lesbians, do we? Have
So-
to get some.
We are going to speak to... We're going to still do a question-based section.
Okay.
Because Ethan today is going on a job interview.
Oh, yeah, shit, yeah. I am, aren't I?
So we're going
Can't
to ask you some questions
Have to get some.
as if this was an interview. So, Dom, you ready to get into character?
What's me? What characters are we playing?
I'm the CEO of the company.
What of the council?
Of the council. Are we talking? We don't.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. I'm the councilman of the council.
Yeah.
Why?
And
Your assistant?
Yeah, you're my
Lower down.
assistant
Can we have the
secretary.
questions, please?
No.
And also you.
Why not?
Turns out they don't give you the questions.
Or do they not?
You're mentally disabled.
No, we're not doing that.
No,
I'm just
you
a
have to
normal
be
person.
mentally
No, I'm
disabled
not
to work
doing-
at the council.
No.
That's it. It's one of the requirements.
Can you give us a backstory of what job is it you're going for?
Nope.
Why not?
It's funnier.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So, Mr. Smith, welcome to your interview. Would you like a drink?
Yeah, I'll have it. Have you got coffee? I'll have a coffee.
We haven't got any coffee.
No, we've got no coffee.
I'm the assistant. I'll deal with the drinks.
You do
This is
that.
this is below your pay grade.
If I were lower down, I would say we had no coffee, but it's
Yeah,
his
we've got
job.
no-
Do we have... You don't have coffee?
No, I don't have coffee.
What have we got?
What have we got? Water.
No, it's all right. I didn't want any of that.
No, but you said you wanted a drink. So
Yeah, I did want a drink, but I wanted coffee. Anyway, right. So what's going on with this job?
So anyway,
Who's this guy, by the way?
I'm the assistant,
All right.
Mrs. Smith. Sorry that we. This is a bit of a strange interview setup. I appreciate it.
No,
We're
it's
quite
all
close.
right. I usually do my interviews in people's living rooms.
usually the assistant wouldn't talk so much, but I'm very busy, so
all right, okay.
Yeah.
I can't expend too much energy.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Smith,
Yep.
you're here applying for the job of council tax collector.
Oh, yeah. That's what I applied for, I remember. Which is, you know, I've spent years collecting things. Stamps, coins.
Coins?
50p's.
Yeah, mostly 50p's.
Yeah, they're the best ones.
How many have you got?
50.
50p's.
Yeah, up to now.
How much does that add up to money-wise?
In money-wise, 25 quid.
Oh, see, that was mental maths ticked off. Tick that off, Mrs. Smith.
I don't think in a professional capacity we should fist bump. Is he going to be here for the whole interview?
She.
Oh.
I'm a lesbian.
Oh,
You've
yeah.
got some.
So you're applying for the spot of council tax. That's good to hear about your 50p's.
Yeah.
And so,
I collect other things though as well. Teeth.
yeah, how
Whose
many
whose
teeth have you got?
Whose teeth?
It's more about the quality than the quantity when it comes to teeth, I find.
Oh, is it? Yeah, so just one really good tooth that you've found.
I've got about 8.
Where have you got these teeth from? Because I don't imagine you've had 8 teeth fall out your mouth in your lifetime.
I've had all my teeth fall out of my mouth.
Well, you kept them all.
Well, no, all your teeth fall out. Do I have to answer questions he asked me?
But if you gave them to the
Yeah,
tooth
you
fairy,
do,
you could
yeah.
have more coins.
Right, well, the way teeth works is you get some, and then they all fall out, and then you get some more.
Yeah, but all these 8 teeth you've got yours, or
No, a lot of them are from animals, and one homeless guy who he was asleep, but I just took it.
So you got 8 teeth,
Yeah,
mostly animals.
mostly.
and
One's
homeless
from a
guy.
homeless guy.
Yeah,
This is not including your own teeth.
one's on a necklace I got that in Tenerife.
Oh yeah, how much was it?
It's about 50p.
Good.
Was this one of your 50p's?
Yeah.
That's convenient.
It was a hard swap to make because obviously I collect the 50p's, but I want the teeth. Anyway, so I'm applying for this job.
Yeah, council tax collector. So if you had to go around and collecting council tax, what will you put the money in? Ideally,
What after I've got it off them?
yeah, because you got to put it in something. The money. You gonna go for a bag or a pot or
no, it's too obvious.
a sock
for-
or something?
Yeah, it's too obvious for robbers. So
Yeah.
what I'd put it in is I'd put it in a big inflatable rubber dinghy.
Yeah, so you're taking a dinghy about with you on
I'm
the
gonna have
streets.
to, yeah,
Because none of the houses you're going to or
Deflated.
businesses.
deflated.
Deflated?
Just just rolled up in the box because you don't need it all the time.
But why
So
don't
it
you
looks
just,
like you've just bought it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
why don't you just put the money in a box then?
Listen, what's your job?
Assistant.
Of
You haven't even got a job yet, man.
right. Well, what I'm saying is, shut the fuck up. Do you reckon is this going well?
Frankly, no.
Oh, right.
Worse for her. I'm thinking of firing her now.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But then, there'll
But
be
it's
a,
not going well for you either.
but then there'll be a job opening, I suppose.
So,
Is this going
I've
well?
got some questions about this tax collecting job.
well, there's questions at the end.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll wait. Until
So,
the
what would you say was your biggest strength?
Probably my hamstrings.
Yeah, your hammies.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You ever gripped a man on the jiu-jitsu floor with those hammies?
I've once I had a wrestling match with a guy We're in Poland,
Oh yeah,
Really?
good place for it.
and he was all right. It was good. He had dwarfism.
Oh yeah, the Warsaw Dwarf.
Yeah, the Warsaw Dwarf. Oh, you've heard of him?
Yeah, the Warsaw Dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah, great wrestling.
And when you clutched his normal-sized head with his smaller body,
The head's bigger than it should be. But
Okay.
anyway, go.
did you get aroused?
Not on purpose. Not on purpose.
But you did.
But I did a little bit.
You did
yeah.
get aroused.
Well, it's hard not to.
But it wasn't on purpose.
No.
Okay.
Just looking at his bulbous cranium. Just.
Sorry, what's going on here?
Final question. What is your biggest weakness?
Great question. Now, my biggest weakness is probably that I am so good at collecting taxes.
Yeah.
You don't even need a taxman because they're already collected.
Oh, yeah, okay. They're already collected.
I'm that quick that the taxes are out of the account before they even know that I'm coming from.
Well, I would argue that would be a strength for this job.
But the problem is I needed a job as a tax collector.
So the problem is that there's no taxes to be collected because they're already done.
I'm out of a job
Okay.
already.
Have you got any final questions for
I've
me
got
or my
loads of
assistant?
questions yet. What's wrong with her?
Everything.
Okay. That was it. That was the only question I had.
Well, I'm sorry to say that you obviously failed the test
What? Why?
because
No, I think we should give him a job.
no, because the question he should have asked was, "Do you guys owe any taxes?"
Oh shit! Yeah.
And in that case,
Let's let him
can I
ask you-
collect
let's
them?
You
let
know
him-
they do actually check if you're up to date on your council tax. Like you can't get the job if you've not paid your council. We paid the
Of course we know that. We're
Well, we have, yeah.
Of course we
Because
know
I
that.
do
We-
it. I'm responsible for it, so it gets
that's
done.
good.
I'm back in character as Alex now. I'm out of character. I'm
back
me
into
now.
character.
I'm me now.
Just
Back into
checking, 'cause,
character.
they
I'm
might
me
go,
again.
"You've not paid your council tax, Ethan." And I'll go, "Fuck hell." And I'll have to call you up and be like,
Yeah, they can call me.
"Alex."
Can we
you
go back into
bastard."
character now? Finish his interview, please.
No, it's done.
No, we haven't done it.
I just told him he's not getting the job.
Yeah, but I think he should get the job.
You're the assistant.
otherwise
You've
he's
got
gonna-
no
otherwise he's
sway.
gonna-
Okay, okay, here we go. We're
Otherwise
back
he's
into
gonna-
back into character. Back into character. Back into character.
Scene.
Mr. Smith, I'm sorry to say you didn't get the job of council tax collector.
What the fuck, mate? I come all the way down here and everything. I've been busy.
But wait,
Oh wait.
you can be my new assistant.
No.
And you're out.
What does that mean I'm going to do?
Probably fuck all,
Yeah.
Oh,
I imagine.
that's
Well,
a
you
bit,
can collect taxes if you can find any.
I'm a bit upset I asked you to redo the
You
interview
know,
now.
I'd love it if they were like, "Can we have your taxes?" And you went, "Yeah, go find them," and like left them like a little treasure map or something. It was like, "You can have your taxes, but I'm not making it easy for you."
You have to
Crumbs
solve
leading there,
3
isn't there?
riddles.
Yeah, crumbs. You could do like a Hansel and Gretel situation.
M&M's.
Yeah, M&M's where they always find like a.
Speaking of Eminem, new album coming out.
No,
my
we're not doing
goodness.
that.
We're not covering that.
Don't do that.
Oh, you're not.
Don't try and do. Don't segue.
Have a listen.
You're
We'll
not
do
the
it
guy who
next
does
week.
the segues.
It's not. It won't be out. It hasn't come out yet. It's coming out.
When?
I don't know.
Shut
I
up.
haven't asked him.
Shut up.
It'll be out soon.
Hopefully.
So that's enough of us from the Rent Boys. Thank you so much for being here. And anything else? No.
I stopped giving a shit ages ago.
So goodbye from Ethan and goodbye from Dom.
Bye.
See you, Chris, who's still alive.
He's not even watching anymore.
I reckon he's probably watching. He's just being quiet.
Okay. The rent is now due. Get in there.
See you later.
Bye bye.